Hey YouTube, how's it going? Shotgun Tex here. Just doing another video. Trying to get that camera focused in a little bit. Alright, there we go. Basically, I'm doing a comparison video between 3 different bows that I've got. So, first one I'm going to do is I'm going to go from lightest to probably second lightest and then the hardest one. So that's the way I'm going to do it. First one I've got is just this little elk 25-pound bow that I actually bought off my cousin for like $10. He's like, dude, I got a bow that I want to sell. He's like, $10 for it. And I'm like, shit, why not? So anyways, I just picked up this bow for $10. I just put braided line on it. Don't really have a way to a bow shop right now. I don't even know where a bow shop is around here. So I just made this little contraption myself, I guess if that's what y'all want to call it. So basically it's just 25-pound bow, little simple, lightweight bow. Still a good shooting bow. Well, I haven't really shot it, but because I don't have a place to shoot it around here. But yeah, it's just a little lightweight bow. You can pick a bow up like this at pretty much any sporting goods store or Walmart or whatever. So that's the first bow. That was simple. This other bow that I've got, I've actually bought this for my stepdad. This is a Sierra Magnum from Alpine Archery. This is probably the second biggest bow in the video. This one is actually the heaviest bow that I've got in the house right now. Well, it is a compound, so naturally these things are going to be heavier. It's going to be a little awkward for me to pull this back, but we'll give it a whirl and see how we do. So, because I'm a left-handed shooter when it comes to a bow, so. It shoots. I do like it. It does have a good feel on it. This one's probably set at about 45-ish. Which, before you hit I guess when you hit the let off, it's easy. So, so about 45, 50 pounds on this bow. Now, the newest bow that I've got, I just picked it up off of Sportsman's Guide for, just for the bow itself was $95. Plus with shipping and all that, took about a week to get in. It was all $108. Oh, this is the bow right here, Martin Willow. This is my newest bow. It is in left-handed. It is a left-handed bow. You can get these in left or right-handed. Probably the best bow that I've ever had as of right now, because I have come from compound to recurve. So when I first bought this bow, I'm thinking 50 pounds, that ain't nothing. I'm used to shooting 80-pound compound bows, but it's a lot different from compound shooting. So my right arm's sore from work, so bear with me if I'm shaking or the bow or anything. It is my arm, it's sore. So I'm gonna pull this thing back and see what we get. shaking a little bit on it just because my arm's still hurting a little bit, but still, this is probably the best bow that I ever had in my life. I mean, this thing will take anything on the North American continent. So it's just a simple, easy bow to use. Kind of, this one is gonna take a while getting used to. You know, you can get these anything from anywhere from 45 or for 40 pounds to 50 pounds. For the Martin Willow anyway. I know with the Martin Jaguar and other bows, you could probably get higher than that, 55, 60 pound bows. But 50 works good for me. I do like the 50 pound bows, so, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want a 50 pound bow, so I got a 50 pound bow on the limbs. If I wanted to, I could probably make it lighter, but I ain't wanting to do that. So, those are the 3 bows that I got as of right now. Now, the history of the bow and arrow goes back, really since the dawn of man. When we first started using atlatls, basically. If you don't know what an atlatl is, it's just a big old arrow that's about, between 4 and 6 feet long, and it's thrown, and then you got another stick, and that hooks right up to that arrow, or that dart rather, and you just swing it, and a man could hit anything within 100 yards with that thing, and so since the atlatl went away, that's when we started getting into bows and making it easier for man to hunt, defend themselves, and also in different battles and wars throughout the years. During Vietnam and World War II, there were divisions that were equipped with a bow and arrow for special operations, and some of them were like this Martin Willow, just simple recurve bow, stick and string, basically. And others were equipped with compound bows, which were pretty good, at doing what they were made to do. There's major differences between all these 3 bows besides power and poundage and all that crap. Especially coming from compound to recurve, it's just been a whole different ballgame for me. The arrows that I'm currently using right now are these Buckbusters 500 spine. These are rated for 30 to 50 pound bows, and I get a lot of people saying you can't shoot veined arrows through a traditional bow. And actually, yes, you can, but all you gotta do is on these little fletchings right here. All I did was just take my razor knife and just made little slits through them. That's all I did. Just made these little slits right here. And these things are actually pretty good. I've already came up with, I think, 5 of them altogether. Yeah, 5 arrows altogether right now with those. The tips that I'm shooting on this particular arrow is a Sweeter Broadhead, 125 grain. And what I've got inside it, because I bought the glue ones. So I got these 100 grain inserts for these broadheads, and so it brings the arrow weight, or the tip weight anyway, to 225 grain. The arrow grain, I'm not sure what the grain of the arrow is. I don't have a way to measure, to weigh the arrow itself. So the center, the center of this arrow is, or center of gravity or whatever it's called. I can't think of it right now. So let's just back a little bit more, maybe. Back. So yeah, right there, and it's about, I don't know, probably about 8 inches, 7.5, 8 inches to front of center. That's what I was thinking of. To the front, the more front of center you've got, the harder this broadhead is going to punch through that animal and make more clean and efficient kills. And I actually picked up these arrows on, I think I found them on eBay through Williams Outdoors. Williams Outdoors, he sent this to me. I got 12 for $45. And if y'all know anything about arrows, that's actually a damn good deal. These are Blazer fletchings, as you can tell. I wish these were the 4-inch vanes, but they're not. But hell, they work, Eventually I will get some more vanes, different, the 4-inch vanes, and maybe some flat arrows and stuff like that. What I would like to shoot the most, just my personal preference between carbon, aluminum, and wood, is I like to shoot aluminum arrows. One, because when carbon arrows, when these things, Bill, I swear to God. Alright, sorry, my stepdad, he's over here being an asshole. Being an ass, so. Hey, you gonna roll me one of those too? So anyways, but yeah, just
Sure, that's all I really want.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Fucking everything up out here.
I'm sorry, y'all. This is just way too funny. But yeah, this the reason is I like to shoot aluminum is because when this breaks and you don't even know if it's broke. I've seen pictures and I've actually done it myself. One time I was actually pulling back a 50-pound compound bow, and I didn't even know that the arrow was broke. This is back when I was first started shooting, and I didn't know jack crap about carbon arrows. And I actually had a fiberglass splinter right in my thumb, and I had to cut that sucker out just to get it out. And I'm like, oh God. So every time when you shoot, you just want to bend your arrow a little bit, just to make sure that nothing's broke, because if something breaks, it's going right through your hand if you let that arrow go. So be careful when you shoot carbons. That's why I like aluminum myself. Wood, I do like wood, but the problem with wood is it warps. Wood warps. So that's going to affect your accuracy with it, especially if you're out in the weather, hunting or whatever. So, it's just one thing to be mindful of. So, personally, I would recommend aluminum. Now, I know some of y'all like to shoot carbon, some of y'all like to shoot wood. Yeah, it's personal preference, but I mean, I'm just saying that's what I would personally recommend. So, another thing that I like, I'm gonna grab this cigarette here. Let's see here. Another thing that I like about these arrows is I actually got these uncut, because for the different bows that I've got for the compound and for the recurve, I just cut them myself, because I want to have it, because there's different draw lengths between me and Bill, so, because he's shooting the compound and I'm shooting that, so, it's not going to make sense just to, cut every single arrow to the same length, so, but yeah, this is what I'm shooting as of right now, which is actually, they're really good arrows for what they are, for the price anyways, I couldn't beat it. Couldn't find anybody else that would beat their prices, so those are the ones that I went with. Let's see here. And they also do come with inserts as well. I've got 6 arrows already made up for. No, I've actually got 5 made up for me, and the rest of them I hadn't made up yet for Bill, so my stepdad. What I would like to get personally for my bow is I do want to eventually get 165 grain Swacky broadheads. These things are proven in Alaska and proven all over the world. As it says on the package, the sun never sets on Swacky broadheads because there's thousands of them, if not millions of them, stuck in trees around the world. So, and they're still sticking animals to this day. So that's just what I like to shoot. You can get field points, which I do like field points. I really do, when it comes to target practice and all that. Unfortunately, I don't have any field points as of right now. I just ordered some, and I'm still waiting on them to come in whenever that would be. I'm figured that it had already come in by now, but I don't even know what the day is. So yeah, it's just what I've got as of right now. Let's see here. Let's see here. I think I've already told y'all that I've already paid $10 for this bow. This little elk bow right here. Be easier if I did that. So $10 for this one. I got this on steel at a pawn shop for $30. They were originally wanting $50, but they cut the price down to $30, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, $30 for a compound bow with a good string, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. I pulled it back while I was there. There was nothing wrong with it, and I said, all right, I'll take that one. And this one, $95 for the bow, and standard ground, altogether it came up to $108. You can get 3-day, and altogether it's going to cost like $120, $125, somewhere around there. So, I just went with the cheapest with what I did. So, I wasn't going to pay $120 that day, especially buying arrows, buying tips. The tips I actually bought for 3 for $15. So they're not the cheapest broadheads in the world, but I can tell that these are probably the best. You can resharpen them. They're not like the store-bought ones to where they're, to where they're just really bullcrap because you can only shoot them one time and you gotta change out the blades and all that. So yeah, wacky broadheads. So that's just what I went with. There's copies of them that you can get, but I went with the real thing because I didn't want the crap made in China. These are American made, by the way. And if you want American made, this is what to go with. That's what I personally recommend. They do come in 3s and even 4 blade. I just got the 2 blade because it's simple. It's easy to use. So that's just what I went with. Just a regular 2 blade, nothing fancy. Alright. And I know y'all are probably wanting to talk about WROL, without rule of law. I know a lot of y'all that watch my channel and stuff like that, or, really do like without rule of law. Without rule of law, what would happen? Well, anyways, if you're in a group, I would personally recommend that you have at least one archer in your group. Then, and then guns and, your shotgun, your rifle guy, and then, there you go, you get you a small little group up, just make sure to put at least one archer, no matter if he's shooting compound or recurve, long bow, double bow, God knows how many other bows, crossbow, whatever. At least have one archer in your group. That's what I would personally recommend myself if I was going to do that. Alright, now the uses of each bow are almost the same, but yet also kind of different. And I'll show you why. Because with this little 25-pound bow, yes, you can hog hunt with it, but what are you going to do if you come up on a hog and he's about, I'm just going to say 250 pounds. This little bow I don't think I would want to take out hog hunting with yet, but at the same time I can go bow fishing with this thing if I wanted to. I can shoot small game, and I can shoot medium game. I guess I wouldn't shoot a deer with this bow. There ain't no way in the world I would shoot a deer with this bow. Compound. Because I know that there's a lot of compound archers out there, especially during hunting season. All the rifle guys and all the shotgun guys, they've got a compound bow to extend their season or whatever. So they want to go with compounds. And I really do like compounds. I really do. But when the string breaks or any of these cables break or whatever, and I'm shooting on a Saturday. I'm shooting on Saturday night, and I'm wanting to go hunting Sunday, and that string breaks on a Saturday night. I gotta wait till Monday to go take it up to a bow shop. Now in WROL, when this string breaks, you're out of luck. You ain't got no way of repairing it unless you're a bow guy and you've got all the presses and all the mechanics and everything, have all the tools and everything else for it. I don't have that. If I did, life would be probably a little bit simpler than usual. And also it's, to take this thing up to a bow shop, it's probably going to run you about $200, maybe $150, $200 to repair the string on it. Now, the bow that I personally recommend for a WROL situation is a recurve compared to a longbow. Longbows, out of all the traditional archery, I don't have a longbow with me, but I do have this recurve. And the reason is I like recurves. Is I get the same amount of power, but out of a recurve, but it's shorter. It's more compact than a longbow is. And if the string breaks on this one, I can get one for 25, 30 bucks. You know, going to a bow shop or probably even cheaper online. And I can repair this out in the field because when I bought this bow, it also came with a bow stringer. You know, just simple, easy to use bow stringer. And like I said, you know, if I got an extra set of strings on, you know, if I got another string on me, I would definitely carry a couple extra strings just in case if this one breaks, and then I can just repair this out in the field. Well, that didn't go as planned. So that's what I got, you know, for a WROL situation. I can put a flipper rest on here if I wanted to. There's a little hole right here. Oh, as you can tell, there's a little hole right there to where I could put a flipper rest on it. And I wouldn't have to worry about getting these veined arrows and, you know, having to mess with them and, you know, cut slits in them, which is not a big deal. I mean, to me anyway. So yeah, you can get those if you want to. You know, if that's what y'all absolutely want, you know, or you can just, and you also don't have to have this piece of Velcro, piece of felt, I should say. It's a piece of felt. You all don't have to have it on there. I just do, just cause. I didn't do it right, so I am gonna probably cut this little bit off right here. I'm gonna keep this part, but I'm just gonna get like the soft end of the Velcro, not that jagged metal, and I'll just lay that right there. Ain't no big deal. And then to silence the bow, if I wanted to, I could take that, you know, take the same piece of Velcro or felt or whatever, and I can just put it right underneath this string on both ends, and that'll quiet the bow a little bit. And then I can get the silencers and all that stuff if I wanted to. I could also mount a stabilizer if I wanted to, which I don't like to use. I mean, I don't mind stabilizers. I just don't want it. I just don't I mean, I recommend them, but you know, I mean, it's up to you if you want to use them or not. I don't. But it's personal preference. But what it also makes this bow pretty nice to have this hole right here. This that way I can go bow fishing if I'm in a survival situation or in a WROL situation, and this is the only thing I got, and I got a bow fishing arrow. I mean, this is a bow to use right here. You know, it's gonna take a lot of practice to get good with it. Especially if you hadn't shot a bow and, you know, in over a year, you know, something like that, you know. So, I mean, yeah, you got to build your strength up, but, you know, just simple, easy to use. I mean, you can even tell right now I'm having a hard time trying to pull this bow back because my arm is still sore. Yeah, my arm is still sore, but it works. You know. And also, there's just so many uses with a bow, especially a 50-pound recurve, than the 25-pound recurve and this compound bow that I got over here. This has a lot more uses and easier to change out the string if I needed to, and I could make a string if I needed to using a bank line if I needed to. I can make arrows that would normally explode into, out of a compound bow. I can use them in this thing. I can just scavenge materials to make arrows, everything like that. And I can probably even scavenge bowstrings, because they're pretty. I'm not going to say that they're pretty common, but, if I come across, some rope or some string or something, or if I kill a deer and I can actually turn the deer sinew or whatever in an arrow, not arrows, but into a bowstring, stuff like that. Another thing that I like about this bow is that it's also a takedown, which I can actually show y'all real quick. I'm gonna grab this thing right here, the bowstringer. Now, using the bowstringer, what you're gonna want to do is, I know y'all can't see my feet, but y'all can see what I'm basically trying to do here. Basically, what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to put this one on the bottom. I'm going to put this part right here on the bottom limb. And then this little pouch. Basically, that's what it is. It's just a little pouch. I'll put that down in there. Now what you're going to want to do is when you step on the string, you want to be about the length of about like that with the riser. Put it like, measure it between, put the two ends of the riser right on your knees, so that way when you go to pull up, let's see here. I know my left arm is wanting to give out, but there we go. It's a little tough to do, but I got it. String's off. String is completely off the bow. There we go. So yeah, the string is completely off the bow. I do need to get bow wax, but I don't have any bowstring wax. And just take it off. There's no tools, no nothing. I can just take these bolts out, remove the limbs, I'm going to insert this bolt back in, so that way I don't lose it. Do the same thing with the other end. Just unscrew it. And then you can just store this bow into a 3-day pack, or bug out bag, or inch bag, whatever y'all have and whatever y'all want to call it. And what I also recommend, especially in a survival situation, if you can, and if you got the money for it and you're over the age of 21, if you're able to, and depending on your state laws, because I know up here in New York there's just no way for me to even get a pistol unless I have a concealed carry permit. And good luck trying to get one of those in the state of New York. So this is what I've got. What I would do is I'd carry this and a pistol. You know, caliber is up to you, whatever y'all choose. I would personally, my choice of the gun that I would personally carry for me is the Judge. Trying to figure out, I can't remember who it's made by. I'll remember here in a minute. But the Taurus Judge, that's who the company is. It's a 45 long Colt and a 410 pistol, all in one. And then they also make inserts to where I can shoot 9mm, 22, and 380 out of that gun as well. And also there are arrow tips, basically, that you can get that also screw on the end of your arrow. That you can also screw on the end of your arrow that are able to shoot bullets. So, you know, that's just what you can do, and you can hunt with these. You can actually hunt with them, I believe, and some states may not allow you to hunt with them, but I know in other states you can hunt with them. So, it really depends. It's all on your state laws and stuff like that, and your local law and whatever. Stuff like that. There's not many advantages to a bow over a gun, but there are a few advantages. Like if I'm wanting to, like if I need to haul something big over a lake or a river or something like that, I can take this bow and one of the arrows, and I can shoot it across the other bank. Have a small piece of line tied to that arrow, and then I can have somebody already over there on that other side of the bank, and he can and then he can pull that little small line and connect it to a big old rope. So that way we can make a rope bridge or whatever we need. You know, especially if we're trying to get a large animal across the bank or something like that. You know, this bow will do it. I mean, you know, just to start that up. Zip line too, if you absolutely need to do that. You know, at least to get the start on it. You know, if I absolutely have to, and I'm in a situation to where, you know, I can hunt just about anything with this bow. Anything from small game to big game, this bow will do it. It's been proven since the dawn of time. You know, this bow will take care of anything. I mean, people been using it. The Indians been using it. They used to shoot hawks right out of the sky with a bow and arrow back in the early days. And some special forces are using the bow and arrow again. in certain places, like especially in jungles and other places to where a firearm just might not be able to handle. And I know crossbows are used in special forces across the world too. But the crossbow over a takedown bow, I'd rather have a takedown bow than a crossbow. Me personally. In the United States, bows are easier to obtain than a firearm. There is no background check for a bow and arrow. For some reason you're not able to get a gun, for whatever that reason may be, there is no background checks for a bow and arrow. There are, all you gotta do is just be 18 or older. You can purchase a bow. Just that simple. No background check, none of that bullcrap there is, with firearms that you have to go through. Especially for y'all convicted felons, which I'm not. But I know some people are like, well, dude, I can't even get a gun because I'm a convicted felon. Alright, well, get you a bow. I know in the United States anyways, that's how that works. If you're convicted of any felony, you cannot own a firearm. So a lot of people like to shoot archery. And archery is also, I also like to take archery into a competitive level. I love competing. That y'all know that I love to compete. Just about everything I do. I will have some competitive videos. Bill's going to be shooting his compound, and I'm going to be shooting his. Fried Tuna's doing what? So, I'm going to be shooting this, and he's going to be shooting the compound mode. Oh. Yeah, that's Fried Tuna is the nickname that I gave for one of my mother's cats, so don't be offended, y'all. It's just a joke. So when y'all ever hear me say, "Hey, Fried Tuna," that's my mother's cat. One of them that I gave the name to. Damn it, Bill. Y'all are gonna see this a lot. But anyways, Shotgun Tex here. Just please like, share, and subscribe. If y'all have any recommendations for any other videos that y'all are wanting to see, I am hoping to get some hunting videos in and some other archery competitions for,
He's fixing to get off here and kill his stepdad.
Damn it, Bill! If anybody wants to put an arrow in his ass, like in Forrest Gump, like I got shot in the butt. Yes, sir, I got shot in the butt top, sir. Please shoot him in the ass with an arrow whenever you get any chance. I'm kidding, I do not promote violence in this channel. This was all a joke, so don't take shit seriously. Alright. Well, Shotgun Tex here. Please like, share, and subscribe. If y'all want to see any other videos, let me know in the comments and let me know what y'all want to see. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Take it easy.